from the sports station. Here is Spencer Davidson.
The Comets and Griffins have traded punches back and forth so far in this best-of-7 Western Conference Final Series. Tonight was the most important game of both teams' season, as the pivotal Game 5 will put one of the teams just a single win away from the Calder Cup Finals. Oh, the warm weather is coming when the smell of burning rubber and the roar of the engine come back to Daytona Beach, kicking off the return of the Sprint Cup Series. Today began the final season for pole sitter Jeff Gordon, so let's head right down the coast for the Daytona 500. It all comes down to this: nothing better than a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup playoffs, unless you're a fan of one of the teams playing. The Rangers and Lightning have each won 3 games apiece, so they head to the decisive Game 7 tonight, with the winner earning a trip to the Stanley Cup Final. Basketball, you want to win an NBA championship. If you play football, you want to win the Super Bowl. Baseball, it's the World Series. But if you play hockey, your one goal is to win the Stanley Cup. It is the most coveted trophy in all of sports, and last night the Chicago Blackhawks had a chance to win it on their home ice for the first time in 77 years. 4 local teams celebrated section championships for girls and boys basketball. Well, there wasn't much time to enjoy that feat, as they were all back at it on the hardwood today for the New York State Regional Finals. There's just 4 games left before the postseason coming into today. The team returned home this afternoon looking to shake off its 2 losses in a row as they hosted the Syracuse Crunch in the regular season home finale at the Aud. Jacob Markstrom back between the pipes for the Comets, first time since being sent down from the Canucks last week. Comets wearing special blue jerseys today to commemorate autism awareness across central New York. First period, Crunch trying to break through on the score sheet first. The giveaway goes to Jonathan Marchessault, fresh off a 2-point night for Tampa Bay Lightning last night. Takes the shot, but Markstrom, sharp early on, makes the nice save. In the second, Comets down 1-0 on the power play, and this is one of the prettiest passes you will ever see. Cal O'Reilly threads it through the defender's legs right to a streaking Hunter Shinkaruk, who finishes the play on a backhand. What a play from the captain, and Shinkaruk finishes and ties it up for Utica. Later in the period, Comets back on the man advantage. Remember when this unit struggled? Yeah, not anymore, as O'Reilly finds Corey Conacher at the top of the circle, and he fires an absolute bullet into the back of the net on the one-timer. Comets take a 2-1 lead in the game. They'd go on to win it by that same score and retain the Galaxy Cup for winning the season series between the 2 rivals. The Comets also leapfrog back into the top spot in the Western Conference with 98 points. It was do or die time for the Utica Comets here tonight, as trailing the Manchester Monarchs 3-1. They needed to win 3 straight games to capture the Calder Cup, but before even thinking about that, the Comets needed to take care of business tonight in Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals to live and see another day. Comets fans packed the Aud once again, dressed in white, hoping to will their beloved Comets to one more home victory this season. First period, Monarchs 14-0 in the postseason when scoring first, and once again getting the early jump, as off a Comets turnover, Adrian Kemp beats Jacob Markstrom to put the Monarchs up 1-0. Later in the first, the outlook becomes even more ominous for the Comets as the Monarchs' deadly power play strikes again. Nick Dowd cross ice to Vincent Laverde, who blasts the one-timer to the back of the net as the Monarchs increase their lead to 2-0. In the second, Comets have their chances but can't score, so Markstrom standing tall, doing his part to keep it a 2-goal game. What a stop by Markey, who finished with 17 on the night. Finally, in the third, the net empty and time running out. The Comets break through, and Patrick Bartozak as Cal O'Reilly lights the lamp with 14 seconds to go to make it interesting. But that would be as close as the Comets would get. The magical season has come to an end as the Monarchs win Game 5 2-1, win the series 4-1, and become the 2015 Calder Cup champions in their final season in the AHL before moving west next year. It has been a long time coming for Syracuse. After a 10-year investigation into the school's athletics, and most notably the men's basketball and football programs, the NCAA has finally revealed the school's fate just a few minutes ago. Now, over the course of the investigation, college sports governing body has found that the Syracuse athletic program committed multiple infractions throughout the last decade, including academic violations, drug policy violations, and improper job benefits given to players. Hey there again, Jason. Syracuse head basketball coach Jim Boeheim spoke with the media today for about an hour to discuss all of the recent issues surrounding the basketball program here and its investigation with the NCAA. Now, a very confident Boeheim told reporters that he believes the NCAA has unfairly targeted the basketball program here at Syracuse with harsh punishments that he believes are unjustified for the severity that they have been handed out.
So the third period just underway as we speak. The Comets down 2-1. So the fans here, including myself, are getting pretty anxious to see what the final result will bring. And, the Comets almost scoring there, but one thing again is for sure, it is a lot of fun to be down here at Tony's Autolicious tonight.
There will be another series from here for the Utica Comets, and that is the Calder Cup Finals against the Manchester Monarchs with Game 1, as Mike said, on Saturday night. That'll do it from here. What a crazy night it was. I'm surprised that the roof is still here on the Odd, reporting live on the ice of the 2015 AHL Western Conference champions. A common theme in playoff hockey is that a team that has more rest tends to be a little bit rusty come Game 1 of the following series. That wasn't the case here tonight, as the Manchester Monarchs came out flying. The Comets looked a little bit sluggish, and the Monarchs prevented the Comets from doing what they do best, getting strong on the forecheck and playing a speedy style game. In playoff hockey, winning is never easy. That has never been evidenced more than in Games 1 and 2 of the Calder Cup Finals. The Comets dropping both of them in OT. This one by a 2-1 final score here tonight, and despite the fact that they're now down 2-0 in the series and the nature of those two losses, the Comets are still looking for the positives as they move forward into this Calder Cup Finals. Before Game 4 here at the Odd, we discussed how the Monarchs had yet to lose a game in this postseason when scoring first, and how important that first goal was. Well, that stat remains unchanged tonight, as despite a great 2-goal comeback in the first period, the Comets were unable to overcome another multi-goal deficit in the second period after 2 power play goals against, as you discussed. Now, the Monarchs also scored in the final minute of the second period, which opened up a 3-goal lead and seemed to take the wind out of the Comets' sails. Now, after having their best effort of the series so far in Game 3 on Wednesday night, the Comets are now on the brink of elimination after a step back here in Game 4.
We just didn't execute tonight. Usually that's a strength of ours. But that was probably the biggest problem with our game tonight.
So the Comets now trail the best-of-7 series 3-1 and have to win out from here on out to stave off elimination and have a chance at hoisting the Calder Cup. Now, definitely not the spot that the Comets wanted to be in, but they get a chance to get right back at it tomorrow and try to force a decisive Game 6 in a do-or-die Game 5 here at the Odd tomorrow. Until then, reporting live from the Utica Odd and the Calder Cup Finals. Reporting live from the Calder Cup Finals at the Utica Odd. Reporting from Manchester. Reporting at Syracuse University, Spencer Davidson, News Channel 2 Sports.